I'm Jack Cooper. I'm a PhD student at the University of Warwick. I'm looking at how the immune system sets itself up. The immune cells, macrophages, they're born in a very specific region of the embryo, and they have to, by the end of development, be in every tissue in the whole embryo. They literally pull themselves along other cells, they push other cells aside, they kind of act like rock climbers. So they make little arms called philopodia, and they kind of pull themselves up. I want to understand how that happens. A, because it's cool. B, because how it happens in fruit flies is similar to humans. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just so stupid. So it was originally an anime series, and then they made the card game from it. So you split the deck into your main cards, and then there are cards that you can only access through special effects. So in your main deck, you have spells, so the green cards, traps, so the purple cards, and then you have monsters. Every monster has an attack or defense at the bottom. It's 2 players, and each player has 8,000 life points. You want to get their life points down to 0. Since I've moved to Coventry, there's no one here that plays it, so you kind of play against yourself, and it's almost kind of meditative. There's a lot of combinations, so it doesn't get boring. It is just like the perfect baby gay activity. Like, they queer coded all the villains. Okay, sure, yeah, problematic, but at the time I wasn't thinking that deeply. I was just like, oh, this is fabulous. I mean, this is high drag. That is a top 2 of the week. Am I proud? Yes. Do I enjoy myself? Yes. Is this a hobby worth pursuing? Yes.
This has always been more than a place to hang the carcass on its hook, to keep its blood off the cobbles.
It was a very tragic Halloween night. I just read a psychology paper for an essay. I made a found poem out of phrases from the paper. From that point on, I was like, oh, this is fun. Most poets that the British public would think of is not something that I want to read in my spare time. I'm not going to sit down and read Shakespeare, I'm sorry. Talented man, I'm not denying that, go Shakespeare, but it's not my idea of fun. I think most people new to poetry do this, where like the first year or first 2 years I wrote, it was very personal stuff. But after that, I kind of got that out of my system. My stuff is more playful, so I've written on science. I write on love, though my boyfriend would really prefer I didn't. There can be this pressure to kind of abandon every other aspect of your life and just be that all-powerful scientist. Like, that's all you have. That will never be me. Science can be quite boring. It's really difficult to kind of explain why something is interesting or important if you're explaining it in a very dry way. There's a new science poetry journal that's just launched called Candelion. The concept is people explaining their research via poetry. I think if the public as a whole is more educated about science, because you've explained things in a more interesting way, in a more unusual way, they have a higher baseline of bullshit detection, which ultimately helps everyone.